What's up? So this behind me is a Sequoias sempervirens. It's got black marks on it, which is burn marks that was set by the Lolomcoke indigenous people to this area, which is what I'm told. There's no full-blooded people left, and we're going to talk about that in a future video. It's very, very triggering. It's hard, very difficult for me to talk about. It's super difficult to admit that even happened in the state and country that I love so much. But to me, if you're gonna have a successful relationship with anything and anybody, you gotta know all its parts. And you can't go into denial about shit, because then you're not really supporting what you want to support. You know what I'm saying? So like, I want to support our evolution to becoming a more emotionally intelligent and sustainable and far thinking group of people that we're like care about the environment and we care about each other. And I think we're headed that direction. I'm an optimist about it. I've seen some major happenings in my 52 years that give me hope. But we can't just have hope. We also got to have history, and we got to have real history, and we got to make peace with it, and we got to acknowledge some of the crazy things. Now, speaking of Native Americans, this beautiful tree, this beautiful tree is named after a Native American. His name was Sequoia, okay? And his dad was Robert Gist. He was a Scottish American, George Washington's homie. And he was sent by George Washington to the Cherokees in order to get them to get them to join the Americans against the English. So Robert Gist went there, and he had good relations. In fact, he got one of the Cherokee women pregnant, and she gave birth to Sequoia. Now, Robert Gist had a bunch of sons, but he never claimed Sequoia, because Sequoia wasn't full white. We know that's the reason, right? Okay. Anyways, it's probably the reason. So Sequoia never learned English. He never learned how to read or write, but he understood the power of written language. And so he created an alphabet on bark and hides and stuff to try to create an alphabet for the Cherokee language. But his wife didn't like that, so she kept burning him because she thought it was dark magic. If you watch the movie Black Robe, it'll give you a sense. Black Robe is very historically accurate. I wish they'd remake that with modern technology. But anyways, Sequoia did become the first human to ever create an alphabet. And one of the Eastern European scientists who first described redwoods for a Western audience named it after Sequoia because he was so impressed with Sequoia. Sequoia went looking for the lost tribe of Cherokee in Mexico. This is after the Trail of Tears. And he found them, but he didn't survive to make it back. But his cabin apparently is in Oklahoma. And I'm going to go check it out someday because I love Sequoia and his contribution to America. And I love that his name is on this tree. Sequoia, the Cherokee. Look him up. And this is Sequoia sempervirens, the tree.